Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are going to discuss the program, the float array, the assignment, where we were supposed to make three float arrays, and we were supposed to make three dynamic float arrays, and inside those, so the first two arrays are going to have the same length. So we have to prompt the user to input the length of the first two arrays. So the first two arrays are going to be of the same length, means they will have the same memory locations. And then the third array is going to be double the size of the uh, individual two arrays. So then, for example, if n is the number, if n is the variable which goes as an index for the for the array, for the memory locations inside the first and the second array, then the number of memory locations inside the third array will be n multiplied by 2, or it will be double the location. It will be double the number of locations in the first and the second array. That is because the first array and the second array both are going to be stored in the third array, and both are going to be the part of the third array. So we'll do this by displaying first the elements of the first array and then the elements of the second array, subsequently. So first the first and second second. So first of all, what we do is we declare a variable that is int, and then what we do is so for three float arrays, so we're going to do it by using pointers. And the reason we are using pointers is because we are creating dynamic arrays, and pointers is the way to go to create dynamic arrays. So float, let's say f1, it will be my array, and float pointer f1 equals new float. So this float right here, so this array is going to be a float array, so and for this I'll need a float pointer as well, and this should make sense. So alright guys, so I hope you don't mind all the noises coming from outside, because it's marriage ceremony. It's our neighbor's marriage ceremony, and I am already you can say halfway done in the video, so I don't want to just remake the video. So you can just follow along the code, so I hope you guys don't mind all the noises coming from outside. So new float, it's pretty disturbing, man. What the heck? Alright, yay, there's a marriage ceremony, so I want you guys to enjoy as well. So the music, so that's actually a nice thing. So while doing our code, you can also enjoy the music in the background, so that's actually a really nice thing. Alright, so new float, t, yeah. So alright, so first I'll have to input t as well. So input t, and then I'll say new t, and then I'll copy it. Oh, thank God, the noises went away. So they just come back and forth. So first they go to the end of the street, the band, and they come back here. So I hope and I pray that they don't come back while I'm making this video. So alright, control copy, and I'm going to paste three times, and then now I'm going to declare second array and my third array, and the second array is going to be the same, but the third one is going to be the double, as I explained. So first what we do is we create a for loop. Inside the for loop, int I equals 0, condition I is less than t, less than t, I plus plus. And the reason I am putting this condition as I is less than t, because I is starting from 0, and so it's going to have an extra digit. If I do it like I is less than or equal to t, is going to have an extra digit, it's going to have an extra location. that is why I'm doing it. The condition is I is less than t. All right, so f1 the location, there will be I equals, let's say I'm going to put some values inside the memory each memory location. So there will be I into 2, for example. So this is going to be my first array with elements. So this is going to it's going to have the table of 2. Now for my second array, what I'm going to do is f2i. So let's say the elements of my second array are going to be the table of 3. But with entering elements inside my first array, and my assignment was, my project was that the first 2 arrays should be the part of the third array, and they should appear subsequently, so one after the another, you can say consecutively. So what I want is, I want this first and second array to be the part of my third array. So while putting the values inside my first array, what I'm going to do, I'm also going to put the same values inside my third array. That way I won't have to declare another loop to copy all the values from the first array to inside the third array. I can do that inside the same loop. So after this statement is executed right here, I'm going to put the same value which this f1 I had inside the f3i. So f1i f1i. So but the problem here is, once you do this step, means once you are done, so once the this loop is exited, what happens is, the f3 sorry the yes, the f3 array has double the amount of memory locations compared to f1 or f2. So what we want to do, so the counter here won't work, because this counter is initialized at 0. So if we do the same step here, this won't make sense. This will just change the values of 0 to 5th memory locations inside the third array. So what we want to do is, we want to change the index value. So we will say int j, we will declare another variable, and we will equal it to t. So once I equal to t, this loop is the process, or the compilation is going to exit, or you can say the execution. Once this loop exits, j will be equal to t. So the value of t will be copied inside j. And now what we can do, and so now f3, so now when we'll do this step f3 j is going to be 5. Sorry, j is going to be whatever the value of t is. So f3j equals f2i. So what's going to happen is, once it's done copying all the values from the first array inside the third array, what it's going to do, it's going to initialize this j with whatever value the user entered, because that is the value at which the first loop is going to terminate. And when that value is going to be equal to j, the third array is going to start copying all the elements of array 2 inside the f3 array, and from where it left copying the elements inside the first loop. So now, and also don't forget to put these braces, because that declares the scope of this loop. So if I don't put braces, it's going to just execute the first statement. So, and now what I want to do is, I want to output all these values. So, and actually I will output the F3 array in the exclusively. So, and actually I don't want to do this as well. I'll just say cout and F1 I and then a space, so it will be readable, and then I'll do it 3 times. I'll do it the second then I'll do it the second time for my second array. So this is going to be F2I, and then for the third array what I'll do is, so the condition, I'm going to change the condition to I is less than 2 into I 2 into T, because the memory locations inside the my third array is the double of the first and the second array. So if this condition works, all of the elements inside the F3 array are going to be displayed, and that way all the elements from the first and second array are going to be copied inside the first array consecutively, means subsequently. So first the elements of the first array and then the elements of the second array. So CNT, so let's see how it works, and let's see if it works or not. So let's see. So first I have to see in the number of memory locations I want in my first and second array. So let's say 5. Oh man. Okay, so I have just ran into a problem. So alright, so what I will do is I will to cout and L, so I can understand what's going on here. And then again, no, not here, here, and here. So now let's see. Let's say, for example, I say where is the cursor? Say 4. So it's displaying the elements of 0, 2, 4, 6, and then it's displaying the 9. Alright, so let's see what mistake did I do here. So F1, F3 I, yes, 0 equals F1 I. Alright, when I equal J to T, F3 J equals F2 I, and then int I let's do equal it to I, and let's see. No, alright, it can be equal to T actually. So alright, what problem am I having right here? So let's figure it out. What did I do wrong? So my first array, second array equals 0, I is less than T, I plus plus. So 3. Alright, so I'm having a problem right here. Alright, still not working. Let's do it one more time. Still not working. Alright, so j equals alright, so oh man, I didn't increment j. Oh man. That's why. So that's why the program wasn't working. Oh man, let's try it again. Let's say I want to do 4, and now it is working. So the mistake I did not even increment j, so the j wasn't being incremented. So the j just had the value of the last element of the secondary, and the rest of the values it displayed were just garbage values. So thank God I realized it. It didn't take me that long to realize. Otherwise, this video would have been like for 1 or 2 hours if I wouldn't have realized it. So right now, as you can see, this program is working perfectly. It's displaying the first array, the second array, and then it is consecutively displaying the first and the second array inside the same array, that is F3. Alright guys, so I hope it helped you, and this was the assignment. So I hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys in more of these videos. Till then, take care, goodbye.